Hello. Who are we? What are we? We still haven't gotten that shambling round. What the fuck? Oh, we're never gonna shamble, we're never gonna amble, we're never gonna slam down to samble. Samble, in case you're wondering, is a location in the book An Anathem by Neil Stevenson. So I didn't make up that word. I mean, someone made up that word. It's not an actual proper word, but in a specific context, it does have meaning and is therefore valuable. Today was a weird day. I had a really good shift at work. It was nice and busy and went smooth, but I think I made a mistake and might have, like, misplaced a little bit of money, and it might lead to me getting a write-up. Hopefully they could just let me give the money back, but I think there's precedent for it being a write-up, which kind of sucks, because I've worked at the same place for nigh on 3 years now without a write-up. That's atypical for anybody. I think the only person that has been there for multiple years that has not been written up for once, or not been written up for one thing, and that may have changed for tonight. And you know, I really like my job. I treat it with a lot of, like, seriousness, maybe too much. Like, the other people I was working with are like, you know, a write-up's not that big of a deal, I've been written up. And it's like people that are, like, as good at the job or better than me saying that. And I'm like, well, it's kind of a point of pride to have never been written up. It's kind of been, like, the reasons for write-ups for the most part are absolutely valid. There's, like, you know, I'm never late for work. The one or two times that I was almost late, I called in beforehand, and then I still ended up being on time. I don't let that happen. I haven't missed a shift that I was scheduled for under any circumstance. I've always come in and then been sent home if I'm, like, very clearly not able to, to handle it for one reason or another. But I have never called out at a distance. If I've ever called out, it's been, or if I've ever not stayed and worked a shift, it's been in person, with proof. I don't even call out. No, that's not true. There was one time where I called out because we were in the middle of a freaking blizzard, and my wife her car had slid down the hill near our house, and she messed up the tires. That was last year. And then, even before, the night before, I had worked, and we were pretty sure that we were going to close the store. I called out, and then, like 30 minutes later or whatever, I got a big group text saying, like, all right, we're closed for today. No one can get here. We're not going to have any customers because it's freaking, you know, a snowpocalypse. Mel Gibson's Snowpocalypto. Which I know you're not supposed to even mention Mel Gibson anymore because he's a crazy anti-Semite. And, you know, I haven't even seen that movie all the way through, so it's not like it's valuable to talk about it. Yeah, but anyway, that's the closest I've gotten to, like, actually calling out from work, and that's pretty good. I mean, I did call out. Okay, so that's not true. I called out twice during my first year because I was too hungover. One was after an employee party, and the other was the last time that I ever drank. Like, or, you know, it was the day that I realized I was going to quit drinking. I think I might have had a beer at the bar a couple days later, but that was like my final drink before I quit forever. And the reason that a big part of the reason that I quit drinking was like, if I'm calling off from work because I'm too drunk to work my shift the next day, then I have a problem. I'm going to lose my job because of drinking. And so I was like, no, like, not doing this anymore. That's not the only reason. The other reason is I was drinking myself to death, was ruining my relationship with my wife, etc., etc. There's a lot of stuff that was going on bad because of that. Dude, this is good. Can't do it. Can't use it in front of him. Wait, it's because my thing is on. Steal the key. Hopefully there's another shot. That would be really, really neat. But the ability to steal early on is good in and of itself. Dang it. Got a lot of blanks. It'd be real nice if we found a secret room. And could, in there, use them. This might actually be a little... No, it would only be a shop if there was a lamp. Here's the water room. So that guy that's coming around top, we need him to keep on coming. I don't know where the other water is, so... I also have absolutely no clue where the secret room could even potentially be. Also, I'd like more keys, please. Yo. Technically be here, but it doesn't look like it. Can't be north. Could kind of be there. Maybe this weird wall here. Doesn't seem likely. Oh, you know what? I think it might be in here. What do we got? How useful for you to go off against the wall. Well, this sucks. This is probably the last likely spot. Dude, stop. I don't care about this gun. So it's not so it can just fucking... I can waste all the ammo. But that's a bummer that we didn't find a secret with 4 blanks and only 2 keys. What a shitty spot for the thing. I'm gonna feel like a real dumb jackass if I get a bunch of coolness on this run. Right. Oh well. We'll take the blanks. At least we got 1 extra item on this floor, you know? That's something. But yeah, it was a great Friday night. We had a meeting, me and Moses, who's the other bar lead, with the managers. We got a lot of stuff talked about that we really needed to talk about, and it felt fucking great. Like, it honestly felt freaking great. And then I kind of went and ruined it all by saying something stupid like I misplaced money. The reference to the Frank and Nancy Sinatra song. By saying something stupid like I love you. And the only reason I remember that song is because it's in an early episode of The Simpsons. I think season 2 or season 3. Dang. Did I get some Discord notifications? Some sort of stuff about Final Fantasy. Whoa! This is a bad spot to be. Yikes. I guess I don't need to hold on to hold on to quite so much of my ammo. I've been trying to exclusively use my Infinigun. Does anybody use invisible stuff for any reason other than... Yeah, we're definitely gonna make use of that. For any reason other than theft. I just kind of thought about it. I realized that, like, before I knew about theft, what was the point in my book for going invisible? Dang, I cannot take damage right now. No. Back to where we were. This has got to be a secret. Why? And how and who and what? Most importantly, fucking where? And then I go and ruin all by saying something stupid like I blew up you. Blah, 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 blah. Jackie was watching through, I think, like season 3 or 4 of Broad City. That is like a genuinely great comedy show. Like, it is so complete in its like approach to comedy. It's like, I don't know, it's just extremely well written. The situations are somehow fresh in a situation comedy, and I know that, like, it sounds like I'm being derogatory by even saying that it's a situation comedy, but it is. Like, it's a very New York centric situation comedy, you know, but it's like, it's not New York centric in the way that Seinfeld is New York centric. It's New York centric in the way that, like, I don't know. What's another different, better example of something? The movie Philadelphia is Philadelphia centric. Like, it's a core component of it. And, like, I don't really care about New York in reality, but as a character or a setting in a TV show, it's often really nice. Like, 30 Rock did it really, really well, too. They reminded you constantly of how fucking gross and awful New York can be, but how it's still endearing in a lot of ways. Like, it was a fundamentally New York kind of sub-yuppie existence for Liz Lemon, and the chaos that goes with, like, you know, running a nationally syndicated television show or whatever. But, like, more than that, it was just about living in New York and dealing with the kind of characters that are a part of that city. I don't know. It's incredible the way it works, and it's also incredible in Broad City how closely it follows Abby and Elena without much deviation. Like, it has other side characters and stuff, but there aren't a bunch of episodes that pull off and focus on them. Like, it's able to continually tell really interesting comic stories about two girls in a city two girls and a city, like, without needing to, like, fill it up with a huge roster of side characters. There are a lot of side characters, and they do a lot of, like, guest stars. Kind of a lot of the time it's, like, more washed-up TV stars or comedians or something like that. There was an episode with Hillary Clinton popping up in the very end. But, you know, this is while she was still running for office. But, like, for the most part, those are drop-ins and drop-out characters. They're not getting the limelight. They don't get their episodes. It's still, you know, even The Simpsons, even the old Simpsons has a family of 5. Homer is 90% of the early episodes, but there are definitely some freaking Bart Simpson ones. Lisa has her time in the sun, like the Bleeding Gums Murphy episode, and later on when she's trying to be popular on vacation or whatever. And usually hers are like dealing with the pressures of being the good child or whatever. Oh my god, that was so scary. Of being like upstanding in the face of a kind of more deplorable family. Same with Marge. Maggie is pure innocence. Marge is kind of stupid innocence. Lisa is like intelligent, aware innocence. Bart and Homer are just chaos. I will fucking take this curse. They're different forms of chaos, and you know, it's really actually kind of a great dynamic to have all of those different characters telling all of those different stories and having different perspectives and stuff. But it makes Broad City, in my opinion, even more impressive that they're able to just really focus on Abby and Alana, like, without pulling away too far. Like, I think having 2 is great, and having 2 very distinct personalities, but very much, like, you know, fundamental to each other's character is a core component of that. But it's like a really good... Thank fucking God Christ. That's a good one. That's not that good. That's definitely something to sail. To sail away. Sail. We will be sailing a bunch of hearts too. Pretty good, I suppose. Not very. And unusable, even though I love it. So we have 3.5. I wish curse items worked. I wish my buttons freaking worked. Stole once. Excalibur's 2.5. That costs 36. We're gonna get 28 each, 24. So we will use 4. We'll use 6 actually. Because we got 2 in the thing. Tootin'. We're over here tootin'. Glad that was unlocked. I kind of forgot about it. And that was a great secret room to find. Even if the stuff that came out of it was not, you know, absolutely incredible, that was still a great secret room to find. 2 slow guns. I do not know. I do not. There's a very high likelihood. Yo, show me the map. That we're not going to. Oh my God. Why do you have to make me look like a fucking fool every time? What I was going to say is there's a very high likelihood that we're not even going to make it to turn that in. That's a good kind of made a fool of. Maybe we'll steal the rat key. I don't know. We'll see how this one feels after a little bit. Ooh-wee. Oh, it's been so long since we've had just a first room blessing like that. I would like a shotgun, please. It's so weird that it just, like, when I let go of the joystick, they just go to the right. Dang, dude. They're really, you know, they're really charging me for those, for that easy turn in the rest of this fucking run. The rest of this floor. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Excuse me. Excuse me. God, I know. Hey, baby. Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
I just want to let you know I'm heading home.
Okay.
The bitches left.
How'd they do as people, as customers?
Oh, like, how did they tip me?
Yeah,
Badly.
of course. Well,
Well, they were in a fixed house, so there's automatic gratuity, which, after tax ends up being about 16%.
uh-huh.
And they didn't bump me or anything, even though we kept the restaurant open for them, which is too kind.
And they didn't order much, so 16% is not, 16% of nothing is still nothing. Like,
Yeah.
that sucks.
So I think I made like 20 bucks off them.
Well, it's better than the $170.
Yeah, they ordered a salad and a risotto and a lasagna. To share between 6 people.
Wow. That's real shitty.
It is. I'm dropping off Meredith, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll see you when you
He
get...
says hi.
Hi!
He says hi. What a pleasant exchange.
It was pleasant. Like that movie, Pleasantville.
What's that?
It's like that movie, Pleasantville.
What's that? My mom is sick?
Okay, bye, baby.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Love you too. Not even freaking talking to me. Just talking to our friend with me just hanging around. Come on. Ah, not close enough. It's fine. I'm gonna just blank that one. Yeah, put that inside of you. Please. Get her down. I was probably sitting at the damage cap for a lot of that, but I thought better to just stick with it than screw with what's going pretty well. Dang, dog. That's what I get for killing a mini-boss in this game? Well, whatever. No reason to complain. Wow, that was a good block by yours truly, me. Wow. That was a weird little bit of positioning there. I really fucking hate RC bullets when I don't have anything that actually benefits from them. It feels like worse than nothing with regular shots. Worse than not having some sort of bullet modifier. Maybe. What's that from? What is that from? Scary. Is that from True Romance? I feel like it's from True Romance. I would like to steal the rat key so I could decide if I actually want to go, but sometimes the fucking thing is weird. I'm probably still going to steal, but it's just, it is true that sometimes you, when you go to optional floors, it doesn't count them as optional floors. Maybe it's like based on the number of bellows you go into, so it's only counts optional floors that actually have shops on them, and you have to go in those shops. I don't know. Anyway, I've definitely gone into an option like a secret floor before, stolen, gone into a secret floor, and then stolen again, and he's like, no way, no how, good buddy. I'm trying to decide. I finished a book called My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I finished that last night. It's a real downer of a book. You know, it's got like not just an anti-hero, but a protagonist I think you're pretty much supposed to loathe. Her situation's rough, but it's kind of one of those like you're still supposed to loathe her. You're not. It's like BoJack without being at all sympathetic. Like bad history, bad parents, bad whatever. But you're supposed to. I feel like they want you to kind of forgive her, but she's kind of, you know, rude to everyone around her, including the people that basically make her life worthwhile. Jesus fucking Christ! Are you okay? So that's 4.5. What? Garbage. I know I got a garbage gun and that's the joke. The gun is garbage and it does shoot at garbage. But like, man, it's like, it's not funny. Yikes. Yikes. This is rough and feels kind of like messed up. This is a run I would describe as messed up. Can I like at least get like poison protection or something? So I can use my kind of shitty weapons with a little bit of safety. I don't mean kind of shitty, I mean actually shitty, but I'm trying not to whine about it too much. There's a while where I would ignore that before, or until I was up against the boss. But man, you go to the boss without remembering to get that 2 times. And you'll never wait for the boss again. But yeah, I'm wondering what my next book should be after My Year of Rest and Relaxation. It's like, it's one of those books that I think is supposed to like, the character eventually goes through kind of a positive transformation. And But it feels like the method of growth, as well as the amount of growth, pretty who gives a shit. You know, it kind of feels like, oh, good for you, but you know, you've been awful to everyone for as long as you have existed in this book, and I just don't care that she's become better to the minute degree that she has. And that is very close. It almost feels like kind of afterthought-ish. Like, it feels like they didn't know how to wrap the book up. I don't know. The book has some really cool ideas that are totally dropped. Or not totally dropped, but not at all pursued. And it's kind of a disappointment. Like, they're I guess they're not pursued, because that's the same as totally dropped. But like the solution, or the final, like, what? The final impact that they have on the character is just, I don't know, just like underwhelming, I guess, is the best way to put it. And I know that it's supposed to be like a more realistic look on the way in which people deal with life kind of throwing them for a loop. But it just doesn't, it never gives us a character to care for, and you need one. Like, BoJack has Princess Carolyn and Todd and BoJack's daughter, I don't know, and they throw a bunch of side characters that are like decent and good-hearted individuals to compare BoJack against, but it's kind of like everyone's a different shade of bad, which is honest and fair, but they don't no one recovers or becomes better. They just become a different kind of like tedious, exhausting, selfish. I don't freaking know what to do in this fucking run. I am going to get hit in this probably a few times. I think mostly because of visibility issues, and frame rate issues. Holy shit! That's okay. Whoops! Dang. Didn't really need to blink there. Like, didn't need to blink, meaning I don't think I would have been hit, but also, it's actually okay if I get hit on this one. Remote bullets are really good for this, huh? There we go. Get that out of the way. Right at the end. I probably could have made it if I had decided to move north a little bit more. One single fucking key. Sir, it's good. There we go. That's wonderful for this one. Sweetly dee dee doo dee doo dee doo. Sweetly dee dee doo dee dee doo. No. Look at my goddamn items. Ooh, the key's good. Ooh. Ba 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 boom. And we got now A Freezy D's? Ah, compass. Nope. We will buy a key on the next floor. It's gonna get used, but it's not gonna be useful. Okay. Anti-chamber. What does that mean? Dark mark. If the player has antibodies, dark markers sunstrike shot will alternately fire red or blue charges without consuming additional ammo. The shots travel straight and become slow moving on orbs at a period of time which can deal multiple instances of damage that are red or blue shots. Such blink effect is active. Charge shot remains unchained and will still consume 10 ammo. Helix bullets is what we want, it looks like, for anti-chamber synergy. But this is actually, that's actually a fine weapon for the end result of us having something for the rat. I believe we can steal again. Rat 4.5. 2 thefts and then the thingy. What? Wheedly doo 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 wheedly doo 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 doo. Can't control the ducks, huh? Those are still regular style. What? Oh, they just are big and weirdly loopy. They're not regular or useful loopy. Or they're not... Maybe that's only when there are no enemies. I don't know. It looked like that one came back for me. Or like self-targeted. Running through this ammo extremely quickly. And that's the tooth. So... 2.5 for that one. I don't need to shoot anything else. I don't need to do anything else. It's kind of a tough call. Okay, so I could drop Excalibur and then have I'm gonna have 3.5, I'd be at 5.5. That'd start making Thievery a little bit more of a perhaps and not a definite yes. Definite yes. Definite. I shoot doodle doo 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 doo. The song that's stuck in my head today is a song played by Lisa on the guitar in the episode, the dental plan episode. I don't have a key, buck. So we might have a greater reason for going after that. He's got the plant, but we've got the power. That's such a good episode. That's the fucking Nano plan. Lisa needs braces. Nano plan. Lisa needs braces. I don't know why, but I love overusing. I like need to go use this here. Wait, no, I don't. I should, though, start saving a little bit of money. Or start saving a little bit of whatever for this. Fuck! It happened. It finally fucking happened. I just stood in my puddle for too long. Stood in my pud, man. Stood in my pud. I would really like a shotgun or like a really good active item or just something to turn any... Oh my god! Any of my... any of the things that I have that are great into an actual useful situation, which we are not currently in at the current moment. Favorite tower. The electro piano universe. Okay, cool. Oh, we got the synergy. Ooh. Well, there's like, I think that means there's a 0% chance of us actually getting the nail gun. But man, that's a good weapon with that synergy there. I do need to leave a little bit. This and let's try using it as a weapon and see. Okay, it's got random blanks going on now. We can kind of push them towards one another, I think. Yeah. Oh, that was so weird. Seems like sometimes it's going off like fucking crazy, and then sometimes it's like never hitting. Yeah, that's incredible. Thanks, anti-chamber. Why does it say there's a key? Hey, shit. Let's see what we got. I love that the follow-up to double jump is just triple jump. No nonsense at that. I was gonna say we can now save our blanks, but there's actually no reason to do that. Let's make our call here. We gotta make our call. Are we going to do that? Are we gonna be at 5.5 first? God, shit, damn it, dick, ass. Very angry with the results of that. You get it right now, we'd be at 8. The likelihood that we're going to use the Excalibur, it doesn't have any synergies, right? Zero. We should have been fucking burning through this shit. It's a shotgun like I've been asking for. Let's just fucking get out of here. Screw this. I might have made a mistake, you know, putting myself up at 5.5 curse and not trading for either the decoy or something else, but I just feel like I don't know. I feel like there's still value left in this. I'm gonna burn through the rest of this gun. Maybe this is the backup. That's right. Well. I forgot how freaking much Bloody 9mm sucked with RC bullets. Aiming that way, right? Yes. It just doesn't... It doesn't, like, do anything to let you know that you can move on. And sometimes... that makes me think I've gone the wrong way or something. I don't know. I mean, we do have that coolness now. I'm just gonna fire like fucking crazy on this one. Hopefully he'll never get to attack. Oh my god, I forgot about Spring Hill Boots too. Wow, that's so powerful. It's like scary when it doesn't hit because you're like, oh god, is it gonna go off? Is it gonna go off? Like, kind of need it to, but you can't like fault it if it doesn't. You know it's inconsistent. What the fuck was that all about? Huh. There's a weird thing happened with the ice run. Alright. No, don't blank it away. Oh well. I guess if he's doing a move, that's ideal. I should, Ooh, fuck. Should stop the blanks. That's exhausting. Especially since I use the trigger instead of the button. That takes a lot of doing. Loot bag is good. I don't think I'm gonna get Ring of Mimic Friendship. Science cannon sucks. I don't even like seeing that one, man. That's my first fucking flawless of the entire fight. That's my first full rat flawless. Wow. We're not touching the finish gun. It's just not, I mean, it's not happening. So those are, overall, I got like hot garbage. Got nothing but fat dumpster garbage in terms of overall usefulness, but we got 2 keys, so that's an improvement. Did I use anything else? Oh yeah? You're gonna be like this? You're just making me like hurt your friends more. Thanks, pup, by the way. Thank you. Well, this run is dope. The run itself is sucks shit. But the way it's breaking down, the way it's unfurling, it's pretty dope. Let's see if this shotgun was worth it. Oh my god, no. Alright, this one has too much knockback. Dude, I might drop remote bullets. That's a shame, because there's a lot of ways to make remote bullets super useful. And, you know, one of those is just a single semi-decent shotgun. That's all it takes. Doesn't have to be a great shotgun, just a semi-decent shotgun would do. Thank you. Oh, dang. Do I have anything? I need to check and see if there's anything that I'm going to do. Definitely drop. Well, this. But anything that's like fun to use as a room clear, but isn't worth keeping. You know what? It's not really fun to use as a rune clear. It's not fun to use as anything, but it has some neat situations in runes. It creates certain interesting effects, but it's not actually like that even fun to use as a rune clear. It just kind of like holds dudes against walls, turns them green and pink, and then they're dead at the expense of a shitload of ammo, all things considered. It totally does change the paradigm a bit, knowing that you're going to get somewhere to sell if you make it past a certain point. I don't think that it's bad. I don't think it's problematic, and I don't think it needs to be adjusted. It's not like the using of the chamber gun or whatever in bullet hell. It's not something that you need to necessarily limit yourself from doing, because it's like by that point the run is pretty much decided. If you can't tell whether you're gonna win or lose at that point, you probably maybe shouldn't do it. I don't know. It just like it kind of feels like you know at that point. Man, I think some of those shots are not going off, or some of the blanks are not going off because they're like off screen. No, I guess they definitely are going off even off screen. I hate, well, I was gonna say I hate getting that one. We have the backup gun, or we have guaranteed mimics, but we don't even fucking have guaranteed mimics. I don't know why I thought we did. Well, there we are. Oh, this is the sales room right here. So, this is gone. 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 5.5, 7.5 is fucking worth it. So 430. And no need to sell. Hi, baby! How are ye? How was Meredith? Yeah? What do you guys do when you're driving home? Just chat? Jam out to some big little smalls? Tiny?
He's a small one, but he's big for the size of yours.
He's a little tiny smalls, and he's living
Did you
in
have a
a...
good day otherwise?
It was a great day. That's what kind of made it feel the worst.
So, why can't you just like pay that?
Well, there,
Or the tips?
because people would do that, and it kind of feels like, I think the reasoning is it kind of feels like people are hoping that they don't get caught or whatever, and you shouldn't be doing something wrong. You shouldn't be making that mistake. It's not because they think that you're necessarily stealing. They're not writing you up because they think that you are intentionally stealing. It's because it's a major mistake with money that they are doing, and honestly, I think that the way that it's going to break down is I talked to one of my managers, and she said that she's going to look at the cameras around that time and see if they can actually see whether I accidentally put it in the wrong spot or not. And we're probably just going to end up doing that. but they don't want it to be like habitual.
Well, yeah.
They don't want it to be something that you kind of default to, like, oh, I made a mistake, here's the money, don't worry about it, like, look the other way. I think it also has to do with it seeming like they're taking money to cover for short deposits or whatever from people's tip out,
Yeah.
which is problematic for other reasons, but, you know, I kind of want the whole thing to go away. Especially because if I did make the mistake, it was... Not only was it the first time I've made that mistake, but it's so obvious that I, you know, just had too much going on at that time. It was busy. It was a good night overall. You can see it up there, but like, it's that just like put such a sour taste over everything at the end. Don't say it out loud. What are you talking about? Oh, I would have said how much it was if I think I mean, I'm, you know. Well, that's good. That's great. That's still.
25 bucks.
I'm still like just so happy that we're doing this well during what is.
You're not happy that I did better though?
No, I am happy about that. I said that's good. That's great.
You're sad that I did better. I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Go away.
Over here.
What's wrong with you?
Regis.
Don't drag your belt across the floor
Regis.
screaming like a witch.
Wait, Regis. You know
What?
what I was gonna do? You have to look.
You're gonna go wee and run away. I know exactly what you were going to do. You're the most predictable person in the planet.
I might go to the movies with Ashley tomorrow.
Cool. I'll be at work all day.
Cool, I know that.
So have fun. I'll just be suffering.
Cool.
Probably
Sorry.
getting written up and fired on the spot. Hey, let's see. Shoodly doo 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 doo. I pulled up the hard device to see what that synergy was, and it's under C, B, and A in terms of its rank. Also, the synergy makes it so that hard device bullets fire all the time. What? Did I sell? No. Huh. We don't need a smoke bomb anymore. I'm not gonna steal it. Man, I didn't even know what fucking weapons I still had. Oh, my itchy pit! One of my coworkers today let me know that,
Oh, I have my W4 by the way.
Oh, okay. We'll do that as soon as I'm done. I'm pretty close to...
Oh, I also wanted to say after this morning, I did a little research into bathrooms. And for about $100, you can get a higher rated one off Amazon.
Okay.
Like steel slats, simple.
It is a slat one, though. Like, not slats on the bottom, but slats on the thing. Well, you know what I mean. Like, not... Like, the legs aren't the steel slats. The actual thing is a regular slat bed. Because apparently the Lisa mattress will be all fucked up and broken if we even put it on a regular mattress. A regular frame, I mean. Lisa mattresses, since it's not a spring frame, it doesn't have any of its own rigidity, and if you don't have it on something that distributes the weight really evenly, it'll sink in and ruin the top of it as well as the bottom.
Oh.
So you have to make sure that it's those same kind of slats like we have. Do you get it? Do you understand?
I just don't understand what other kinds of slots are agreed.
Like, nothing. Just never mind. Nothing is the kind. Nothing is the kind that they made.
I added it to our wish list.
Okay, I want to wait until after this month.
Yeah.
I just want to figure out all of this stuff. But I think, like, it honestly feels like this month is not nearly as scaristical as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it like the early parts of the months kind of sucked because of the one week missing. But I think it was like, again, really good that no, I'm going to pretty soon. And how dare you call it Zco? That's my thing. No, it's not. You have not had sex with my mom. I know. Said your mother fucking no. Explain that. Explain that inconsistency in your story. Shoo-ly-doodly-doo-dee-doo. Shoo-ly-doodly-doodly-doo-doo-dee-doo. I like whenever I hate how much I like the early Simpsons because every time we watch an episode together that I'm like just kind of excited about, I'm just like, oh man, is she gonna like this? She gonna like this one? Like, there are so many brief moments that will be forever ingrained into my mind from that show more than any other show on television by a huge amount, and I'm very excited for you to see them. But I don't know if you're gonna think, wow, this guy is a big stupid idiot for liking this episode of this show.
I mean, probably.
What's that? Oh, well, okay. Good to know. Just waiting for the moment for my wife to admit to hating me. Dude, I still don't have fucking clearers. I basically can't take damage because of Full Metal Jacket and Infinite whatever, but I also can have the longest fights of my life, and I probably will. I mean, I guess I could take damage by poisoning myself, so we'll have to try very hard to not do that during a boss fight. During the final remaining boss fight. Are you guys going to see Cats? I think my wife might be going to see the cinema's greatest atrocity with her friend. They've been talking about going to see Cats for a long-ish time. And tomorrow might be the day that they break down and duet. Oh, I'm gonna use the drill. Why? Who the fuck knows? Not me. Oh. I know what I'm going to though. Venom veins. Lisa needs braces. Venom veins. Lisa needs braces. Like really fucking no goddamn room clears. Nothing even close to what I think anyone would consider a decent room clear. What? What's with all the slamming and cramming going on back there? What's with all the slamming and cramming? Let's just rush through it. We don't have any reason to fear. Whoa, that must be a loose cat in our backyard or something. For Brutus to be fussing and also feuding back there. I have completely not taken advantage of triple jump, which is so very like me. Me? I'm so like me. I wonder how much coolness you would have to get have a 100% Vorpal shot rate. Oh god, I thought I killed Death. Hmm? Oh, hola. I wonder if it would be worth it to go back and relearn how to play this game with what do you chumma call it? With R1 as the fire button. Not using this one. There we go. That's all three. No. What? Oh. We haven't even found the shop. We got some pretty good extra blanks going on. You know what we're waiting for, though. You know what we're waiting for, though. Machob. Race. Oh, Race. Wasn't there a character? Yeah, Race Bannon. Remember him? What a name. Maybe that's Steve Bannon's dad. Taught him how to be racist. You never know. Seems like it fits. There's no arguing with it seems like it fits. I still think this is a kind of shitty run. Hold on, I gotta do something off camera slightly. I wasn't at all off camera. Whoa. I do need to pay attention to my location. I'm starting to see this as another great reason to drop. Oh, dude, there was no ammo on that shop. That's what I needed. I didn't look super closely, but I'm pretty sure it was just hearts. Also, I had forgotten by that point. This one can't wrap around. Like wrap around shades. There's something that is increasing my rate of fire to some degree or something. I don't remember it being this ridiculous. With the Half-Life gun, also known as the gun life. Dude, the whole single shot thing. Ooh, that was actually... Huh. Huh. That was actually a regular blank. I think it's gonna be this one. Whoa. Fuck. Zero? Are you kidding me? That was fast. Shit's all going too fast. Oh no, there's no way to use this. I totally should have sold that. Whew, boy. Is that poisoning too? Why did the dog dig that thing up so close to the edge? Oh, they have, Shotgun Guy has directional shots. I'm also fucking up his shot. Let me try something. We can leave it there for the entire floor. I just want to try this to see if it ruins this. No, not at all. Okay. So we're getting rid of something we should have gotten rid of ages ago. What we've got right there. Dude, I need ammo. A lot of these weapons that I'm using won't be useful in the boss. I mean, that's not what I meant to say, because of course that's the ideal. You don't want to have your useful weapons be out of ammo. But what I actually meant was a lot of these weapons I'm using could be useful in the boss if I'm desperate enough. But, oh god, I almost fucking wasted it. Wow. That was so dumb. Did that actually count as damage? I think it did. I wonder if it's worth it to not use that at all. Have it as a backup weapon. Maybe 25 shots is enough, though. Oh, cool. Oh, damn it. I guess it doesn't matter. Heard the dog bark right after I pulled the... He didn't already change this, did he? He did. Well, we can leave this and see. Dang, dude, that sucks. That's pretty low. This is severely low. Well, not severely, but I'm trying these two. Seems like it's kind of happening totally at random. The ricochets are helping a lot, actually. That was a really good. That was a really good first phase, though. This and then this. Dude, are they all going to be jammed as hell? All right. Okay. That was the one way in which it was always, all the time useful. Is it already back because of the damage I've done with it? My wife is going through a whole comedy routine with her best friend out there. It is bad. It is like terribly bad. And realize that if that was one of the ones, if you blanket, he continues to do it. I don't care. This is like crazy, chaotic, and eccentric, and fucking great. It's a Powell GLF, long as hell. That feels like it was, oh my god, it was an hour and 25 minutes. Dang, I didn't even go to the RNG. And it still took that freaking long. Because I had shit weapons for so long. Maybe all the way. Maybe throughout. I'm gonna consider some of that like late game luck. Oh. Ooh, it is sweet. Look at those boots. How many pairs of boots do I have? Ballistic boots. Ballistic boot. Rat boots. Spring heel boots. That ring that would have been great if I didn't already have something on the floor. Potentially would have been great. Happened a little late though. You know, one single room before the end. Invincibility. That came late. Still, 270s looking swell.